Alright, I'm satisfied. In that case, we'll have to call him in and hear what he has to say first. We can't go straight to an arrest with the proof we have on hand. Welcome back, my adoring public, to more Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Feral Fiasco here. Last episode, there was a little midnight meeting where Father Kevin almost lost his life, but we've progressed smoothly into chapter 2. I've been given a heads up that there's a request waiting for us somewhere here. Our hotel room service extends to taking orders from local dining establishments. One of our proud services is to allow you to enjoy the offerings from local eateries leisurely in your own room. How come we never got to take advantage of that? It's probably not going to be Santos again. Nope, Santos is long gone. Let's check the basement. Maybe might be this guy, Belden. For now, I've taken on a part-time job to help with the election. I've just started, but I guess things are going okay. Thankfully, my dad's too busy to have much time to worry about me, it seems like. Belden. Oh! Okay, it's where these jokers were hanging out. I thought it would be, what's his face? The Raven guy's dad. He was hanging out upstairs. I thought it would be him, but I guess not. Hello! You guys. I heard from Dorothy that you guys solved our little ghost problem. Yeah, we did, but is Dorothy okay? She was yammering on drowsily about what happened. When she was finished, she conked right out, so I had to put her to bed. I'm afraid we did drag her along with us in the dead of night. Not only that, but we owe her our lives. She's earned a bit of rest. A real reporter can go to a good week without sleep when he's got a scoop. Oh, yeah, some of the stuff she was talking about sounded wild, but she didn't really explain it all. Mind if I ask you guys a few questions? Sure, go ahead. Estelle gave Niall an outline of their encounter with Blue Blanc and answered his questions. Alright, I think I get it now. Son of a... Phantom Thief B himself is in Liberl, and he's one of those Ouroboros people? Kinda wish I hadn't heard that. What? Niall, you know about that masked weirdo? So I guess he had a reputation even before this game started. Oh, yeah. He's a famous thief who's caused a stir in every major city on the continent. If he wants something, he'll get it. And he always steals things with a big old show. For a phantom, he's got a love of drama, that's for sure. That certainly matches the man we met beneath the schoolhouse, yes. He even admitted he's Phantom Thief B from those cards, so... Like I said though, thievery is one thing, but he's also a lackey of the society? Wouldn't think Ouroboros would have a use for someone like him, but at the same time, if they do, it's terrifying. Niall, I'm curious. Do you intend to write an article about what happened? Nah, the Guild and the Royal Army asked me not to report on anything to do with the society. I'll probably end up writing something about someone's ill-intended crime of pleasure, or something. With the coup d'etat foiled, the kingdom is beginning to settle. I do see the wisdom in this. There is little sense in terrifying the populace with news of a dangerous secret society just yet. Yeah, I ain't happy about it as a reporter, but I guess I see where the government is coming from. Still, if anything else happens, tell me about it, yeah? Of course. Anyway, we're off for Zeiss. Ah, right. I've got a draft I need to write up, so I can't see you off, but... Want me to wake Dorothy? No, it's okay. She's fast asleep and I'd hate to disturb her. Give her our best when she wakes up, okay? Will do. Be careful, guys. Huh. It's dawning on me now. Oh well. If anything else comes up, let me know. Later. And then, yep. So cute. Okay, she's completely gone. Just for completion's sake and to make certain, though I'm... Now, who are you again? Oh, it's been quite a while, young lady. Oh, how have you been? You remember us, right? You lent us your boat when the bridge was up. If we didn't have transport then, we would have been in serious trouble. Thank you very much. No, it was no skin off my back. So, come back to ride again? Wish we could, but we're here on duty. Thankfully not as urgent as last time. Oh, is that right? Take it easy then. We're in the middle of an election, so there ain't too many customers right now. Think you can take things easy this time. Will do, sir. He's saying the same thing. Alright. Oh, nope, didn't want to do that. That's their room, which I just got finished coming out of. Oh! Huh! Hey, you guys! Is that the hotel? Who was that? Is that the dad? Ren's dad? Hario. Who is this guy? You're bracers, right? Yeah, is something wrong? You look kind of frazzled. There's something I'd like you to investigate urgently. Could you come right now? Sure. Yeah, no problem. Thanks, I owe you. So, where should we go? Head to Norman's election office. It's on the top floor of the hotel. Here, I'll show you the way. I'm sure we could find our way there, but thanks, Hario. Huh. Cooper. I'm telling you I didn't do it! Hurry up and let me go home! I've got work to do! Now, calm down. Just bear with us until the bracers arrive. Once their investigation's done, you can leave. Speak of the devil. See? Here they come. Or here they are, rather. What's going on? That sure was fast, Hario. Yeah, I looked out and ran into some bracers right away. This is Norman. I'm sure you've seen him on posters around the city. One of the guys running for mayor, I think? I'm Estelle Bright, of the Bracer Guild. I'm Scherazard Harvey, also a bracer. So, let's get to it. What happened? One of our campaigners, Dells, was injured by someone. In other words, it's an assault case. Actually, I think that would be battery, unless assault has a different, definition in Liberal. An assault? Well, that's never a nice thing to hear. Is the victim okay? Yes, he's still here. He was unconscious for a bit, but it was, thankfully, nothing serious. Phew, glad to hear it. There's nothing good about it! The back of my head still hurts like you wouldn't believe! The back of your head, huh? Were you attacked from behind? Yes, ma'am. Right out of the blue, too. I was taking a breather on the balcony and all of a sudden from behind, thud! How vicious. Ouch, sounds nasty. When did the incident occur? Give us any info that happened before and after. Sure, it happened today just after lunch. Norman and I were checking out a potential location for a speech by the bridge. Cooper here had just turned up then. When I talked to him, he said he had some important business with Norman. What kinds of business? Portos told me to come apologize for that mess on the bridge. It's not like it's all my fault, but I did sort of make it worse. I see. So you came to say sorry for the scuffle. Yes, but Norman was still very busy at the time. We asked Cooper to wait in the office area. That's when I showed him to this room. I returned to the hotel not too long afterward. I entered the room with Hario, who had been waiting outside the office, and there was Dells, unconscious on the balcony. And Cooper was right there, standing over him. I'm trying to tell you! Why does that make me the criminal? He was already out cold when I'd reached the balcony. I understand what Cooper's saying, but it's only natural to suspect him given the circumstances. You gotta think, what can he possibly gain from clocking Dells one when he's the only person who could possibly be the culprit? There was no one in this room except Cooper and Dells. Is that true? After I bought Cooper, I was on watch outside the door. No one entered until Norman got here. No matter how you look at it, that means these two were alone. You're absolutely positive. Yeah, it's true, but like I said, when I went out to the balcony, Dells was already on the ground. So let me get this straight. The crime was already committed by the time you came. Is that right? Yeah, exactly! Thank Adios, finally there's someone who gets it! In that case, it'd have to be someone who entered the room before Cooper. Dells, do you remember anything? It's possible that someone came in. People go in and out of this office all the time, though. Even if someone had, I wouldn't have thought much of it. Fair enough. It's an election office, so that makes sense. At least we have a good idea of what's going on. The culprit behind this attack must be one of two people. Cooper, or someone who came before him into this room. We should be able to narrow it down if we get enough proof. Think we ought to start questioning? If there's nothing else to be gleaned here, yes. If you gentlemen can think of anything else, please tell me now. Even if it seems trivial or unimportant. Alright, then I have one more thing I'd like to add. There was something that occurred to me as I was looking through the room after the incident. Were there signs it had been rummaged around in? Not at all, just the opposite in fact. It actually felt like it was cleaner than before. Huh? Is a serial cleaner on the loose? One way to interpret it would be as a disguise to hide the fact that the room had been searched. Of course, it appears they went too far, inadvertently arousing suspicion in the process. I see! So clocking Dell's one was a smokescreen for their true objective, which was to find something. God dang it. That's not a bad train of thought. Incidentally, who are you? I was waiting for that question. I am a traveling bard, a poetic soul wandering the wilds, a genius Sure, but if nothing's been stolen, then isn't the idea that it's a disguise pretty weak? At this stage, I don't think there's any point in worrying about motive. I agree. You've grown even bolder since our last rendezvous, Estelle. Your training at the local was most fruitful. You're simply stunning. Olivier? Just ignore him. There's nothing that could throw Olivier off the scent of someone he's interested in, dude. Now, if there's nothing else here, you can tell us. We should get to questioning. Certainly. She's begun to master how to handle Olivier, I see. Good luck with the investigation. We'll come report once we have an answer. Good. We're counting on you to get to the bottom of this. Oh, now we're gonna confer amongst ourselves. Now, how should we go about this? I mean, this hotel is pretty big. It's best if we split into two. Estelle, go with Her Highness. I'll go with Olivier. We're lucky to have them as assistants, so let's make good use of them. Good point. Ready to kick some investigation butt, Chloe? Of course. Assistant companions is only natural for a hunter of love. You sure don't miss a beat, do you? Alright, our first order of business is to gather information on the suspect. If you go around asking about Cooper, something should come up. I feel like this is the first time they've made use of yellow font, that particular yellow font in the actual text itself. Like, the names are a bit paler. Should you get a clearer picture of the criminal, come back here. So once we found the criminal, go report to you? No problem. Let's go see what we can find out. Okay. So we have to ask about Cooper. Maybe that's our hint that we have to use an item when we're talking with people? Items. Progress Rod, Polychate Earthworm, Gambler Jack. Nothing here. Let's read the liberal news. Rebuilding the army. 2 months since the coup d'etat. It's been 2 months since the stunning fall of the Royal Army's once promising intelligence division and their failed coup d'etat. Huh! So there's no more intelligence division in Liberal? Currently, in response to their failure to prevent the rebellion by one of their own divisions, the army is undergoing a major reconstruction of their internal organization. To find how they intend to regain their trust of the public, we got a behind-the-scenes look at their reconstruction efforts. Reconstruction challenges. Under the command of General Morgan, the reformation of all Royal Army units has been proceeding swiftly. However, even our decorated general acknowledges that rebuilding the chain of command will take some time. The cause, we're told from an army source, is that the ID unit's reach had permeated all levels of command, and removing that influence has proved to be quite the task. The road to rebuilding the Royal Army. The Royal Army is determined to continue reforming whatever difficulties may arise. One such issue they face is lack of transparency. For national defense reasons, the organization of the military has been heavily guarded, but it was this very policy that allowed the ID unit to get as far as they did. One effort to blow fresh air into the rigid army structure is the recent cooperation with the Bracer Guild. How much further the Royal Army can open up and maintain the secrecy needed for security, though, is probably the biggest hurdle facing the rebuilding from the army. Foreign Affairs. The Queen's peace proposal. According to reports from the Foreign Affairs section, the Erebonian Empire, Calvard Republic, and Liberal Kingdom have all agreed to enter into a treaty of non-aggression. Really now? Preparations are already underway to host the signing of the pact following the Royal Parliament's approval of the terms proposed by Queen Alicia. Will this pact be the guiding light to peace between nations? General Morgan to resign. Of course, somebody's gotta make room for Cassius Bright. A change at the top of the army ranks seems in the air as Chief of Staff General Morgan indicated in a recent meeting that he would yield the reconstruction of the army to someone else. Signs also suggested that he will resign from the top post entirely once the army reorganization is complete. Eyes are on Cassius Bright, the general's right-hand man, to take up the reins. We will be keeping close tabs on any further developments. Alright. The contest heaps up details inside. We'll be taking a look at that. That'll be a little later on, though. Okay, what would you like to ask about? So this is how we do it. We don't need a particular item, which is the only reason I went into the menu in the first place. Cooper's face went white as a sheet the moment he saw us. He was surely dismayed at having been witnessed at the crime scene. I'll say it as many times as you like. I only found Dells. If we'd been fighting, someone would have heard a sound, but no one said anything, did they? Okay, so these are legitimate investigations now, not like last game. Of course they didn't, because I was politely seated on the sofa. So sound, the fact that no one heard a sound is going to be integral to this. Cooper was standing next to Dells, who was lying on the ground. He looked at me and seemed very surprised. He wasn't excited or worked up, but he did appear tremendously shocked. Okay, so Cooper was surprised at what he found. Anything out here? No? We probably can investigate this place a little bit later on in our investigation. So for now, let's talk to Hario about sounds. Well, yes, Cooper's right. I was standing in front of the door, but it was quiet the whole time in the room. If there had been some kind of argument, I'm sure I would have noticed. Okay, he's right. I lost consciousness immediately, so I didn't see you hit me. Even catching a glance would have been better than nothing at all. A sound, you say? That would probably be the sound of me getting hit. Heard a hell of a bang in my head, that's for sure. My graceful conversational skills finally have their time in the spotlight. I don't think so, dude. If I'd fought with Dells, someone would have heard something. Cooper was standing next to Dells, who was lying on the ground. Did we already talk to him about sounds? As Cooper said, I didn't hear any loud noise either. I was in the lobby at the time, but if grown men were fighting, I'm sure I would have heard something. It sure would have been handy if I'd seen the criminal. Ow, my head still hurts. Okay, so I think that's about all we're gonna find out. Oh, can we talk to more people about this? Oh, Mr. Cooper is a guest who comes here only on very rare occasions. Mostly, we have his patronage for work-related gatherings. A sound, you say? Unfortunately, I heard no such thing. So no one heard a sound, and I think that's about all we have as far as people we can investigate. Unless we can head out the back way. Nope. Let's head downstairs and talk to the old man. When Cooper came to the hotel, I was in the lobby. I don't know. He looked angry, I guess. So Cooper looked angry. I thought something might happen. And then, just like I thought, something happened. Yeah, he looked pissed off to me. But it was right after that big mess on the bridge. It's only natural he'd be angry. A sound. I didn't really hear anything. Okay, so angry. We've got a third keyword. Keywords, that's a good way to refer to them. What about these guys? Haven't you left yet? Yeah, actually a case suddenly popped up. What do you mean? Well, Estelle explained the assault case to Niall. Ah, I see. Huh? You don't seem too interested. Yeah, I doubt it's big enough to make an article out of. Well, just in case, once you solve it, tell me what you got. Yeah, will do. Why not? Might as well report it to him. Cooper. Yeah, I know him. He's that young fella working at the harbor. Like everyone else these days, he's been involved with the election. Oh, a sound? Thinking about it, I did hear a loud noise from above. Above from here? You mean the balcony? Probably around there, yeah. It was an impressive sound, like something had run into something else with a smack. Can't recall exactly when I'd heard it though. That's too bad. Still, this is all good stuff to know. Thanks, sir. And then anger. Oh, was Cooper that angry? Well, youngsters get worked up so easily these days. Okay, so he did hear a sound. He's not sure when he heard it. And then I've talked to all of these guys about everything down here. So now we can head up and run angry by everyone. Wait, this way's the exit. I'd better get back to questioning. If anyone would know anything about Cooper's expression, this guy would. I fear I cannot agree. Mr. Cooper seems generally normal. Belden! It was Belden! Belden did something! Oh, this guy. Was Cooper angry? He didn't really look that way, but... Okay, no one else thinks Cooper looked angry but Belden! Is that so? I'm not sure I can really help with that. I was angry? Psh, that's crazy! If you're gonna say that, Hario's attitude was way worse than mine, I think. The moment he saw me, he made this real nasty face. Try asking around about Hario. I bet you'll turn up some dirt. Him and Dell's are rivals competing to be the number 2 in Norman's camp. Oh, okay, so it was probably Hario then. This is getting hairier and hairier. I'm sure they couldn't come to terms and ended up in a tussle. He didn't seem particularly angry when I met him at the bridge. Well, perhaps something happened while he was being led to the hotel. Hario's got motive too, right? Him and Dell's are rivals competing to be number 2 in Norman's camp. I'm sure they couldn't come to terms and ended up in a tussle. It's unbelievable that you would suspect Hario. In the first place, you're suggesting that he would hurt his coworker? And what could possibly motivate him to do such a thing? I don't know, dude. Sounds like he's got every reason to. There's no way Hario did it. I testified to it myself. There's no bad blood between us whatsoever. We even work together. Ow. Sorry, I got excited and it made my head hurt. I had an unpleasant expression, you say? Well, of course! After a fuss like that, who wouldn't? What does that have to do with the case? Okay. You sound a little suspicious, dude. You doubt even Hario? He isn't the kind of person to resort to violence. Hario is a most loyal man. He would never commit such an act. So, our 2 suspects... Oh! Huh. Did we take too long investigating? Are you done questioning in the office? Yes, we're done here. How about you? It's going okay, I guess. I'm still checking out stuff. Keep it up, and don't get careless. Leave it to me! I guess this is us missing out on the bonus BP that would have been offered. If we'd been able to figure out what was going on with fewer clues or something. So you're checking out Hario? He did kind of look unhappy when he got back to the hotel. That's probably because he was with Cooper, though. Wait, Hario was with Cooper? I thought Cooper came and they met outside the door. Harrio's that young merchant fella, yeah? If he wants to be a merchant, I think he needs to have a bit more oomph to him, you hear me? He's got gullible written all over him. He'll get people ripping him off at every turn if he doesn't shape up. That's about it though. I haven't gotten any new keywords. Talk. We've got a new line to follow now. Hopefully we can get some trustworthy testimony here, but... Okay, let's report. Do you know who the criminal is? So, who's your suspect? Okay. Belden seems to be the only person who thought Cooper was upset when he came in. Harrio. Even Dells doesn't even think there's any bad blood between him and Harrio. Who is Murray? Is he the old guy outside? He seemed to think that Belden was angry. Now, looking at the list of suspects, I am way less sure than I was. I kind of... What? Changed your mind? Well, go investigate more then. Okay, I want to save. I'm not gonna... If I get it wrong, I'm not gonna redo it, but I do just want to... I don't know, I feel better about it. Okay. My suspect... I think it was Harrio. The one who found them, is it? Why would you think that? Instinct, come on, it's obvious. Oh, I messed up. Estelle tried to put together a reasonable explanation for the crime. This isn't even worth talking about. Go investigate again, in greater detail. Understood. Report. Norman! Maybe Norman cooked the whole thing up to drum up some bad blood. What? You think this person's the culprit? You have proof, I hope. First, explain why you're discounting the original suspect. Oh, crap. Was it Cooper then? I'm so bad at this. It doesn't seem like it's Cooper because he's right. There would have been a sound. Have I run sounds by Norman? Someone would have heard something. We actually have someone who testified to hearing a loud sound. Oh, duh, Murray. He apparently heard the sound of something colliding with something else from around the balcony area. Do you have any idea what it could have been? Something colliding with something else? Nope, I didn't hear any sound like that. A sound, you say? Okay, it was probably Cooper then. God dang it. I totally forgot about Murray's testimony. The first suspect, Do you have any proof? He was Oh, wow, dude. God dang it. First, the situation at the time of the crime is pretty damning. Also, I think we can all agree he has plenty of motive. The disturbance at the bridge was recent, and it's only natural that he'd still be angry. I also heard from an affiliate that the suspect seemed angry. Yes, that's true, but the points you've raised don't refute other possibilities. In other words, someone might have come into the room before him. Can you say that possibility is zero? Well then go investigate more. We'll talk once you've gone over things again. Understood. So I haven't investigated as thoroughly as I should have. Cooper's right. I was standing at the front door but was quiet the whole time in the room. But there's someone who testified to hearing a big sound. He said it sounded like something smacking into something else on the balcony. Right. Well, I didn't hear it. I can say for sure that I didn't hear anything of the like while I was here. What about Murray? Oh, hold on. We haven't talked to him about everything. Very rare occasions. A sound. He didn't hear any sounds. Can't agree. Mr. Cooper seems generally normal. And he doesn't think he would do it. It's impossible for him to be the criminal. Huh? What is it? What's on your mind? If you're hiding something, you should just come out and say it. Trying to hide things will only lead to bigger trouble. I'm sorry. Feel like talking? Yes, actually. I saw him. I saw Hario on the second floor. And when was that? Right after lunch. Right after lunch. Hario went out with Norman, but... However, shortly after that, Hario came back and ran up to the second floor. Whoa, that's kind of important to know! Estelle, I want you to pursue this lead. We'll look around here for a bit longer. Got it! Okay, so we can ask Murray if Murray heard those sounds after lunch. Because if he did... Lunch. About lunch. I went to eat at the Lavender today. Always been in the habit of going out to lunch as soon as I hear the bell toll. The bell toll? The bell on the Langland Bridge. Remember? It rang when the bridge went up. Oh yeah! Yeah, it did ring. It always rings at certain times, I see. I use it in place of a clock. That's sure convenient. Kinda big to use in place of a clock, though. Hey, Estelle. It might be good to ask some people about the bell toll. Huh? Why? They should be able to clearly remember the sound of a bell ringing. It might act as a guidepost for their memory, like with Mr. Murray. Ah, I get it. Nice, Chloe. Very intellectual advice. You flatter me. Not sure what you two are giggling about, but I'm glad I was able to help. You sure were. Okay, let's go ask around. Right. The bell toll. It was the Langland Bridge bell. We citizens of Rouen hear it on a daily basis, I'll have you know. Speaking of the sound of a bell... Do you remember anything? No, you asked about it a second ago, didn't you? That big sound. The sound? Like something smacking into something, right? Yeah, that thing. Well, I remember now. That sound happened as if it were timed to the bell, at least to my ears. Oh, so they did it while the bell was tolling to cover the sound. Timed to the bell? So basically, you heard the sound of the bell at roughly the same time as that big sound. Well, if you want to make it sound all boring, yeah. If that sound was something caused by the criminal, then someone without an alibi when the bell rang is the criminal. Yeah, we should check out people we suspect. Okay. What about... Let's start with Belden. Yeah, we had paella for lunch. I ate on my own in the lobby. It's kind of suffocating to eat in the same room as my dad. Still, you know what? My dad's pretty unfair. Oh, Belden's establishing his motive. Maybe I was right to suspect him, but I didn't have all the puzzle pieces yet. He feeds us normal, boring stuff, then gets a special paella just for himself. Is that so? Was it that different? Yeah, it was way better. The special one's got, like, a mountain of shrimp. Guess he didn't have much of an appetite, though. He left a lot behind. What a waste! The bell toll. Come on, why would I lie about something like that? I was in the hotel basement, so I didn't notice at all. Wait, were you in the lobby or were you in the basement, dude? Lunch. Ate lunch on the first floor. That could potentially be conflicting testimony there. Okay, so he doesn't have anything important to add. I should be taking notes. The next time this comes up, I'm probably gonna get my notepad out. What about you, dude? Lunch. Lunch was ordered from the Lavender. Everyone had their lunch where they saw fit. But what was it, though? The noon bridge bell. Yes, at the time I was preparing the guest rooms. Once that was finished, I next organized the utensils. Someone had cleaned the plates in the office, so I was able to finish work quickly. The office plates were cleaned? So that means there was someone who went into the office after lunch? Indeed. While I was preparing the guest rooms, they cleaned up, it seems. The plates were stacked at the front. Of course, exactly which kind guest it was, I couldn't say, unfortunately. So now we've gone full circle back to our serial cleaner. Aw, too bad. Guess we'll have to ask around ourselves. Exactly who cleaned up, unfortunately, I do not know. While I was preparing the guest rooms, someone must have cleaned up. Let's run it by our bottom floor people first. Who cleaned up the dishes in the office? Dunno. I wouldn't go to that much trouble. I'd been killing time in the hotel basement after lunch. So he was in the hotel basement from the first floor. Someone cleaned up the plates for Ernest? It's a rare thing to find someone so considerate of others nowadays. So it wasn't him then, is what he's saying. Definitely wasn't Niall. Niall's got no dog in this race. These jokers. We've got a bunch of new stuff to run by them. So they ordered from the Laventer. That sure is nice. Maybe I'll try asking Portos if we can do something like that. The bridge toll. Yeah, I was running across the bridge in a real hurry. I met Norman right about the same time by the bridge. So then, Cooper and the balcony sounds are unrelated? According to the testimony we got, the sound happened right after the bell stopped ringing, so that would line up with what we've heard from Cooper himself. So Cooper wasn't the one who did it. You're looking for the person who cleaned up the plates? Look, who cares? Just hurry up and prove me innocent! Lunch. Yeah, we ordered food from the Laventer. Man, it was good! So that wasn't too interesting. The sound of the bridge bell. Now that you mention it, I do think I heard that before I got hit. I'm sorry, my head feels like a wreck right now. Nothing's too clear. It was Harry-O. Now that you mention it, who did clean up? I'm sorry, I don't remember. But you were in the office, weren't you? You'd normally notice if someone came to clean. You're right, I would. Even I think it's odd. Harry-O. Especially if Norman met Cooper and Cooper's testimony is looking pretty clear, then Norman probably did meet Cooper outside, which only leaves Harry-O unaccounted for, seen running back up, probably nowhere to be found when everything was going on. It must have been him. Yes, we ordered lunch today from the Laventer. I don't want my campaigners getting sick of eating the same food again and again, so I thought we'd try something different. Wow, it's nice of you to do that. That's as much a part of politics as the campaign itself. Ha, indeed it is. I'll admit my nerves have been on edge for some time now. It hasn't been easy to keep my eyes on everything day in and day out. I'm sorry to hear that. Yikes, that does sound pretty rough. Putting that aside, sir, what did you do after lunch? After lunch, Harry-O and I immediately went to examine the place my speech is to be held at. Harry-O had some other business to attend to first and met up with me at the site. Ha! That's our smoking gun. So Norman and Harry-O were both going to go to the Langland Bridge, but Norman had to run back up to he left really quickly, which coincides with testimony we've already gotten that Norman was seen running back up to this floor. He's the only one who had the time, the opportunity, and, according to Cooper, a motive. So you left right after lunch and met up with Harry-O outside. Alright, that's all I need to hear. I'm happy to have helped. Keep up the good work, you two. Lunch. After lunch, Norman went to have a look at the site where he was going to give a speech. I had some stuff I had to do, so I met up with him later. The rest is as I explained before. But, Harry-O, you went to the second floor, didn't you? Gotcha. Excuse me? There's no point in hiding it. We have witnesses. I'm not hiding anything. I just realized I forgot something and went back to the office to pick it up. Was there anyone in the office at that time? Dells was there doing work. I didn't see anyone else. Great. That's plenty, thanks. Don't misunderstand, please. I wasn't trying to hide that I'd gone to the second floor. Don't worry, we haven't decided you're the criminal or anything. Just don't forget that this kind of thing only makes you look worse. I look forward to your future assistance, sir. Now what about the bell toll? I heard the bell toll, yes. I think it was when I was meeting with Norman by the bridge. Then Cooper showed up, and I showed him the way to here. So you heard the bell when you were outside, which means you weren't around when that other big sound happened. According to the testimony we got, the big sound happened right after the bell stopped ringing. If that's true, then Hario isn't connected to the big sound that was heard by the balcony. Who cleans up? No idea. Someone must have done it while I was out. Were the plates and such clean by the time you got back to the office? I don't know. I wasn't exactly paying attention, so I can't say for sure. Maybe Dells did it to himself? Report. Okay, we can't suspect Dells. Why would you think that? Fact, he visited the crime scene after lunch. There's a witness who saw Hario go to the second floor before the case. Furthermore, he himself neglected to mention it in his own testimony. The fact that he's hiding that he went to the scene of the crime is almost the same as saying he did it. So there's evidence that casts suspicion on him. How about a motive? Apparently, he and the victim are rivals over who's in the election campaign. I think it's weak as a motive, but given the situation, I can't say for sure. What about the original suspect? Do you have proof that refutes Cooper's involvement? Yeah, he heard the sound from outside. When the loud sound was heard, he said he was still outside. If that was the sound of the crime being committed, then we can remove Cooper from the list of suspects. That's just their interpretation. We're just supposed to accept it? Go ask around more and come back when you can prove it. Understood. Dang, dude! Let's say it was... Belden. The Raven Boy, is it? You have real proof, yes? First, explain the reason you discounted the original suspect. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna need something more to get past that point of the investigation. I worry that I may have left a terrible impression on them. Pardon? What do you mean? In truth, I haven't had much of an appetite lately. I left quite a lot of the paella I got for lunch uneaten. I'd requested that Ernest get me one of the special paellas in secret, yet left it virtually untouched. It's embarrassing to think back on how wasteful that was. I see. It must be really stressful to be running in an election. I didn't ask him that, huh? When did the bridge bell ring? It went off when Hario and I were checking out the speech site together. Hario was there too? Dang, that does discount Hario. That discounts discounts Cooper as well. So Belden, Cooper, or Hario, Cooper, and Norman were all at the Langland Bridge when that happened? Yes, he was already there. Just as the bell was ringing, Cooper showed up. I then asked Hario to show him to the hotel. I see, then it's sure. So then Estelle, it couldn't have been any of those three. There's no connection between the sound Mary heard and Hario. Yeah, not just Hario, but Cooper seems in the clear too. The sound Mary heard was just after the bell finished ringing, but both men can prove they were with Norman at the time. In other words, whoever made that sound was neither Hario nor Cooper. This virtually eliminates any chance of them being the criminal. So by process of elimination, it has to be Belden. At this point, I can't even say I knew it because I've suspected like half of the suspects at this point. Report. Yes, who's our suspect? And there's no way we're getting any extra BP for this. The Raven Boy, is it? First explain the reasoning. Fact, he has a solid alibi. Cooper was outside when the sound was heard. Norman's testimony corroborates this, so we can say for sure it's accurate. If that was the sound of the crime being committed, then there's very small chance Cooper is the criminal. That's a logical interpretation. And the same thing also absolves Hario of any suspicion. Yeah, it does. Hario met it with Norman, so we're sure. Next, you need to explain this suspect's crime. What kind of proof do you have? He just is? No. Oh, crap. Okay, let's go ahead and check with Belden then. The cleaning up. Dunno. He'd been killing time in the basement after lunch. He was in the hotel basement. Ate lunch on the first floor. Huh? Wait a sec. I think I already pointed out an inconsistency here. What's with that weird face? Did I say something weird? No, it's just... Hey, Belden, you said you ate lunch on the first floor, right? Yeah, that's right. What about it? Norman ate on the second floor. How did you know what Norman ate when you were on the first floor? That. I saw it afterwards. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, actually I heard from someone else. I don't remember who said it though. Maybe you should investigate that next? That's so obviously suspicious. Lunch. Okay. So let's talk to everybody about lunch then. Or, I guess maybe not Murray, but just, always in the Lavenser. Oh, maybe it is Murray. That sounds like a nice routine. You have to go through the hotel to get there though, right? Yep, that I do. I can't fly across the sea now, can I? Good point. So did you see anyone in the hotel at that time? Well, Ernest was on the first floor, of course, but the rest was real quiet. Huh? There was no one there? Yeah, I'd say so. The basement and first floor are both pretty quiet when I'd passed through. Norman's son was there when I came back, though. Norman's son? Oh! You mean Belden? Yeah, that's more than enough. No, it was nothing. Okay, Belden, so we have someone who says you weren't there, dude! What do you have to say about that? The bell toll. Were you really in the basement the whole time? What? Why? There's someone who passed through the basement right after the bell rang. According to their testimony, no one was here. That can't be right! I was right here the whole time! So we can't establish an alibi. Just in case, we should probably ask around about Belden too. So when the bell rang, I was underground. I was in the basement the whole time after lunch. Yeah, okay, dude. Whatever you say, Belden. What do you have to tell us about him, dude? By Belden, do you mean that kid? He wasn't in the basement, I'm pretty sure. And then, once we talk with everybody else, we'll get exactly what we need to know. Alright, Ernest, what do you have to say about Belden? Young Belden? I'm afraid I didn't see him around when the bell rang. I was preparing the guest rooms at the time, you see. My son's location when the bell rang could pose a problem, you say? If you have real cause for suspicion, you needn't hesitate on my part. You're welcome to confront Belden and question him. Where was Belden when the bell rang? Couldn't tell you, unfortunately. I was out at the time. Oh man, this feels like Danganronpa, dude! Where was Belden when the bell rang? How the hell am I supposed to know? Where was Belden when the bell rang? I don't know, but is he a suspect? So no one knows where Belden was at when this was going down then. Alright, Belden. No one can establish where you were at, dude. How come no one can tell us where you were at? So he didn't hear any bell sounds. Report. Who's your suspect, Belden? Fact, he has a solid alibi. Okay, Harry met up with Norman. He has no alibi. The proof is his alibi. I have valuable testimony that refutes his alibi. Cooper and Harry have already been cleared as the culprits, so this person remains as the final possibility. Yes, it does look that way by process of elimination. Ultimately, though, that's nothing but circumstantial evidence. Do you have any more decisive proof? Contradiction! He knew about the special paella. I don't know if it's decisive, but something did bother me, and that's the testimony about the special paella. And what's this about? Yeah, so Belden testified that he ate lunch on the first floor, but somehow he saw the paella Norman ate. He even knew that Norman barely ate it. In other words, he went to the second floor. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Alright, I'm satisfied. In that case, we'll have to call him in and hear what he has to say first. We can't go straight to an arrest with the proof we have on hand. Okay. Got it. Nice, dude. I think we've got something. Oh, we're gonna interrogate him privately. What? Why did you call me? I didn't do anything! Now, calm down. Nothing's been decided here. If you can help out with the investigation, you can go home right after. Help? Yeah, we just want you to be frank with us. Where did you go after lunch? Like I said, I was in the basement. Just to warn you, as long as you keep lying, you're not getting out of here. You weren't in the basement the whole time. We already know that. If you didn't do anything wrong, then you should be able to be honest and tell us the truth. Or is the truth too scary to admit? Fine, I'll talk. Today, after lunch, I went to the office. I went to go clean up. Clean up? So the person who returned the plates to the front was... Yeah, it was me. Everyone seemed busy, so I figured I'd clean up, which contradicts something you've already told us. While I was cleaning up, I thought I'd tidy the office, but... I didn't think that'd happen. Huh? Hold on, you're not making sense. You just cleaned up after, right? Why does that have anything to do with the case? I've got an idea. Yeah. Actually... Yeah, dude. Keep lying yourself further and further in. I see. I understand Belden came to this room to clean, but I'm not sure how that correlates. What does that have to do with the assault on Dells? It has a lot to do with it. Well, let's hear him say it himself. Go on, explain. Yeah. Well, once I finished cleaning the room, I thought I'd head back. But since I tidied up a lot of stuff, the room was real dusty. I thought I'd open the balcony door to air it out, but my hands were full of plates. I didn't have any choice. So I, kicked the door as hard as I could. Oh, he did do it, but it was an accident. Wow. Wait, you mean the door? Yep, it's exactly what you think. The door is the criminal that knocked out Dells. The door flying open slams right into the back of your head. In other words, the truth of the case is an unlucky accident. Wow! So, dude, I was all prepared for this to be extremely sinister, but it was just mundane? That was so much effort that we went through, dude. I think it's been like it's been at least 30 minutes of trying to figure this out. What? So then, I'm innocent, right? Seems like it. Phew! Man, oh man, finally free and clear. Still, what a mess. Why didn't you volunteer this information at the beginning? If you just told us the truth, things wouldn't have gone nearly this far, right, dude? We ended up with 8 keywords and so many. At one point, I suspected Cooper, Harrio, Dells, Ernest, Norman, Murray. I thought it was everybody, dude. I'm sorry. Come on, he's telling the truth now. Give him a break, okay? He had the courage to talk about it in the end, so everything worked out. As the victim here, I'd just like to forgive and forget. It's already clear that this was all a misunderstanding. The most insane of misunderstandings I've ever heard about in my life, dude. Kudos to the person who thought this scenario up. Of course, I'd like him to be a bit more careful opening doors in the future if he could. Dells, I'm really sorry. And you too, Cooper. You almost got turned into a criminal. You don't need to worry about me. I'm in the clear, and that's good enough for me. Well, that settles things. Thank goodness. And that is our report. Bracers, I'm sorry for today. It seems we've taken up a great deal of your time over just a big mistake. No, don't worry about it. This is a part of the job too. Well then, pardon us. Thank you guys so much. Really, I'm very sorry. Take care. Crap, dude. The wildest case of mistaken identity you ever done seen. Phew! Well, that's done and over with. Finally. I wouldn't have dreamed of it would end like that, though. Truth is always stranger than fiction. However, as your valued assistant, I take great pride in our completion of this most puzzling assignment. You didn't do a damn thing! Oh, but I really appreciate your help, Chloe. You gave a ton of good advice. It was a big help during the investigation. I'm always happy to help. There's no need to thank me though, Estelle. Right. I guess you two are our supporting staff already, aren't you? Indeed. We'll have you do what needs to be done. Alright, let's head out. Next up is the Zeiss region. Quest Election Office Assault completed. We're actually going to tell Niles about, well, this actually ended up being incredibly, like, yeah, it was just a big misunderstanding. I was trying to look for the right timing to talk about it, but things got kinda out of hand and I got more and more scared. Even I know it's pathetic. What is it? Did you find the criminal? Well, we uncovered the truth, but the truth says there was no criminal. What do you mean? Estelle explained that the crime was actually just an unfortunate accident. Huh, I see. Well, that sure would make for no criminal. Think you can make an article? Nah, probably not. There's no real case here, so there's no point in putting it in the paper. Aw, bummer. Well, I hope you don't take it hard, and if anything else comes, that comma, and if anything else comes up, contact me. Well then, I got a draft I need to work on. Ah, gotcha. We'll see you again sometime. Okay, so now from here, we're going to check out the request board at the guild. That is all gonna be next time though. So definitely join me then for more Trails in the Sky second chapter. Bye for now, guys.